Hi, I am Rahul Shah and I am ready to reveal the only training program you will ever need to build your own Forex millionaire portfolio. Join me at the Lazy Millionaire Summit on 24th January 5 pm. Click on the link in the description to block your free spot.
Hello viewers, welcome to the Fast Profits Daily. Myself Brijesh Bhatia. Well, recently in December 2021, I visited Goa with my few of the college friends. And as when you are in Goa, the must is the casino. And we visited the casino and we played poker over there. So there are many similarities between trading and the poker, and the five lessons which I learned while playing the poker, uh, and I want to share it with you are. So let's look at one by one. First is be a risk manager first. Well, most of the traders, most of the players into the poker focus on the rewards, but the most important point is when you manage your risk. And most when you if you look at when you play the poker, most of the people fold their cards because they think that the cards are not likely to make money. That's the exact way a trader should look at. If you think that your trade is not giving you money, is at slightly higher risk, try to fold the trade, or which means that you exit the trade when you are long or short, if the trade is being a slightly higher riskier or is not giving you money. Second is leave your emotions at the door, and it's the most important part. Okay, one incident which happened, and I would like to share is one of the player when we were playing had a triple two, a sequence of 2 2 2, and still he was playing in the emotions that okay, this is a series and might win money for him. And there were emotions in his on his face when we were playing, but unlikely other player, though we had been fold our cards because we didn't had much, but one of the player who was playing with him uh, was taking a risk, and there was a single number difference. The series of 2 to the player which we had, the other player which won had a series of 3 3 3. So it was the emotions that he was showing that he had a slightly bigger card, or probably was betting slightly higher, and the emotions. So I think emotions should be kept at the door when you're sitting or on trading in front of screen. So look at the trades where your conviction is very very much higher, and don't be in a emotions that, or in a hope, I would say, that your trade will give you money. And hold on, there are chances that you might miss some of the trades over there if you are holding on to the emotions. Patience is the key over here. As I say, emotions play when you are holding on to your trade, and sometimes it happens that you lower down your stop losses. Say in case you, when you planned your stop loss was somewhere around 1,000 and it went to around 990, you think that okay, I'll wait for 970. That's the emotions. But uh, when your trade is in the money, patience plays a key important role. And when the highlight over here, which I think that the patience was because one player which was sitting on the table for nearly a couple of hours, he was just looking at the cards or playing onto the cards which where he think that there could be an opportunity of making money, and the cards which were not good, he on the first hand used to fold out. So again, that played the patience for him was a key, sitting on to for a couple of hours, though he might have played around 3 4 games, but the 3 4 games he played made a huge chunk of money. So patience was a key important role, I think, in trading as well. So let the trade come to you. Don't follow each and every trade. The trade setups will come to you. Go with that trade, and the patience plays a key important role over here. Treat like a job. Okay, there were a couple of players whose main stream of income was playing from the casinos, making from money from the casinos. Okay, Similar to the trading, okay, people believe that this is my passive income, I can risk slightly higher. I would just treat it like a job where you are working from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. in the office, giving you 100% over there. The workload which you have completing your set timelines. Similarly, if you're taking a trading as an avenue to make money, treat it like a job and give your 100% to the trading so that you make money out of it. And generally it happens that okay, I will stay in a hope that I'm getting the salary of say XYZ money, and I'm okay with holding on to my trade. If there are losses, I'll pay M2Ms and all those stuff. Don't do like that. Manage your risk and treat it like a job you do, because at the end of the time there is a timeline in your job to complete the work. So similarly, if your trade is not giving you money into the set timeline, I think it should be an exit and look for a new trade. And patience again will play a key important role. Okay, the most important, which I think was the last one. Don't react and make it big when you have a series of three aces. Okay, one of the member had these three cards, three ace. Okay, and I remember the way he was playing. I remember the Wyckoff theory. Okay, Richard Wyckoff was the one who initiated his theory 100 years ago. I guess around 1920s somewhere. Okay, he initiated a theory that when the smart investors are buying the stock, okay, retailers don't come to get to know about what the stocks they are accumulating. Though now we are into the computer age, in front of screen every day you have the pop-up. At that point of time, there was no daily data. People used to print the Wall Street, even the Wall Street Journal used to print on a weekly basis, and the weekly data was printed in the paper. And when the smart investor and institutions accumulate the stocks, these people don't know. Still, if you look at the major learnings from that player I had was, even though he had a three A's, there was no reaction from him. He was adding the bets slow and steady, and that's the key important role as per Wyckoff theory as well, because Mr. Richard Wyckoff has clearly mentioned that when you increase your stakes at one go, say for example a daily average volume of a stock is somewhere around 10,000 shares. At one go you want to buy around 30,000 shares. Either you have to take prices at around 20% 30% higher and accumulate each and every quantity you have, or you add in a staggered manner so that your price doesn't get hit. The player who played with the three A's, you was increasing betting by around say 1,000 rupees, 1,500, 2,000, didn't went at a one go of around 10,000 rupees. The reason here I want to highlight is when you increase your bet slow and steady, the other players don't realize that you have a three A's or one of the best cards onto the table. If that happens, he might think that okay, he has a best card, I have to fold down in case if I lose the money. But to increase in a staggered manner, he believes that the opposite side of the player, he believes that I am taking a slow and steady risk over here, and the people, the player who had a three A's was slow and steady accumulating the money or taking the money from the other players on the table. And that's what happened when this smart investor buy. They buy in a staggered manner. It might be accumulation might take around weeks and months to or years to go, because depending upon the average daily volume, and the retailers don't realize that the accumulation is slow and steady happening. Okay, and that was the biggest takeaway for me. Even though you have a best of the cards in your hands, you should not react in front of the other players onto the table so that they get into the panic and fold their cards. And even if you had the three A's, you are not making money, is a foolish thing when you're playing the poker. So this was the learning for me of the five learning from a poker for a trader. And you should definitely think on this lines when you're playing this poker or with the traders. So signing off, Brijesh Bhatia. Before I sign off, one of my colleague Rahul Shah is coming with the Lazy Millionaire event. In case you haven't subscribed, click on to the link to subscribe over it.
The way you pick stocks, the way you build your portfolio, and the way you make money in the markets will change radically and immediately. That's my guarantee. Click here to reserve your free spot for the Lazy Millionaire Summit. See you there.